Hello everyone, it's Kathy the Backyard Stamper, and tonight I'm going to do something a little different in my Craft Your Stash. This is episode 11 in my Craft Your Stash series, and we're going to be doing some scrapbooking, which is totally out of my element, but we'll see how it goes. So my name's Kathy Schmitt, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Loudon, New Hampshire. And every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I go live, and I have a series called Craft Your Stash. So you never know what we're going to do. Sometimes I don't know. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using one of the Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking kits, and since I haven't even opened it, I don't know how long this is going to take. So we'll get started and we'll see how a newbie does. All right, hold on. Okay, so the kit that we're going to use tonight is called Meant to Be. And when you purchase a scrapbooking kit, it comes in a nice bag with everything that you need to create 3 two-page layouts. So this particular one is an online exclusive, but we do have some others in the catalog. Starting on page 15, we've got a floral one, and it coordinates with the Memories in Bloom is what it's called, and it coordinates with the floral stamp set. And then we have the Turtley Sweet, and that of course coordinates with the Turtley Awesome products. Then we have Weekend Adventures, which is great for outdoor enthusiasts. And lastly, we have Celebrate Together, which is another floral one, but you know, big flowers. Oh, and it's got the sips. So this goes with the celebratory sips stamps or kit bundle. Okay. So so what they do is they try to coordinate the scrapbooking kits to go along with some of our designer series paper. Not all the time, but sometimes. So this particular kit has some designer paper that you can purchase separate, which wouldn't include like the sticker pack, but the kit has some exclusive papers. All right, so how they work this is they'll have the directions for cutting, and they show you the orientation to put your papers, and for each layout. So this would be layout number 1, layout number 2, and layout number 3. And then, well, I guess that wasn't right, but yeah, so you'll see as we go along, and then in the back they show you how to assemble them. So what the directions say to do is to make piles based on your layouts. So the scissors makes it designates your first cut when you're cutting the paper. So there's a little pair of scissors here, and there's another one here. So this is my paper, and this is the front. So whenever it says front, that's the side that's facing you. And then on this one, for instance, you see the stripes are going to go sideways. So that's how you want your orientation. And then they have the measurements. They have these little markers that you can put sticky notes to say this is 2D, this is 2J, 1Z. I got my sticky notes here, so we'll see how that goes. If that slows me down too much, then I will stop doing it and figure it out after. So in my bag, in my kit, I have, these kits come with these photo blocks that you can just kind of tack on with temporary tape where you might want to put your photos. And in this case, I'm going to do this very lightly because I like to put a lot of pictures on my pages. So I will be probably doubling the pictures. And then you've got your scrapbooking papers. This one I used for a project, so we'll see what I have to cut with that to see if I have enough. So that's the back side. Here's another front side piece. And then this one here is one of the exclusive papers, and it's only single-sided. And then this is an exclusive paper that's also single-sided. So that's how they designate where these other sheets possibly come in the designer series paper. Then you have some two-tone cardstock, which I love because of the weight that it's going to save on my pages. 2 of these back to back equals like 1 of the normal ones. So like my old scrapbooks were getting really heavy. So you've got Old Olive, Bubble Bath, two-tone, and Pool Party, two-tone. And then 2 sheets of White Willow, and then you have 2 sticker sheets. So this one here has some of the titles and doodads to put on your page, maybe a journaling box. And then this one, maybe only one set of stickers, sorry. And then this one is a whole page of punch outs. So once we punch them out, then you can, you know, cut this way and have maybe put different color hearts back in, or I don't know. We'll see what we've got left over from that one. All right, so I know I don't need my stickers right away, and I don't think I need the white right away. So we're going to cut the designer paper first. So let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm hoping to learn some scrapbooking tips too, Cindy. As I muddle through, I'm sure I will show you what not to do. So I'm not an experienced scrapbooker, and I do have a couple of scrapbooks that I made long ago. I mean, I have not scrapbooked in 8 years. So I have become one of those people that keeps their pictures on their phone, and I don't want to be that person anymore. So Stampin' Up! Is really going to make it easy for me, because I plan to use these kits and get my pages done. And if they have coordinating papers, I can just add to my pages so easily. All right, so on this direction sheet 1, it says my first cut should be at 4 3/4. And my paper is going in this direction, 4 3/4. Okay, and then when it has the asterisk after the little codes, you probably can't see that, that means the back. So this next piece, oh, you know what? And I just cut that wrong. See what I'm saying? What did I do wrong here? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get another piece. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what I've got, because this is the coordinating paper. We will probably wing it, but I do have another piece if I made this piece, mess that up. All right, so let's pretend I'm making my first cut again at 8 inches, not 4 3/4. So 8 inches. Oh, look, it's already 8 inches. Don't you love it when that happens? Okay, so then this piece here will become my 4-inch piece. So that can go over there. So now it says to cut, oh, and I gotta turn it over because I'm using the back. And I'm gonna cut a 2-inch strip. And then wherever there's white, that's what's left over. So I'm going to put all my leftover pieces off to the side. while I have this piece here, it says to just do 4 2x2 blocks. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this piece is my leftover. So I've got 4 blocks, and I'm supposed to mark these. So it says so I'm just going to do 1. I'm just going to call these all 1. And I'm going to do ILTMR. That's what I'm going to call it. How come you know what? I can't even count, can I? All right, I need 5 of these. Who is yelling at me saying, pay attention, Catherine? All right, that makes more sense. So now I've got 1, and then I've got 5 of these. So I'm going to just set these aside. Okay, set those aside there. And then I'm going to bring back in my 8-inch piece. And now I'm going to turn it to cut at 4 3/4. Oops, turn it this way. 4 3/4 tall. So what they do is the first measurement is your height, your second measurement is your length. Okay, that's why I did that wrong, is I just didn't look to see. So this is 2D, so I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 2D. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my paper in, and I'm going to cut at 4. This piece is going to be a 4x4, and this one is extra. So my extra goes over there, and this is 1Z. And I was debating whether to prep some of this ahead of time, but I really wanted to see what it was going to do to me. So all right, and then this one is 2J. Okay, 2J. I'm assuming that all the 1s are going to stay together and all the 2s are going to stay together. So that is what, let me check my directions. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen here. Yeah, so you take all your 1s. So I'm going to make my piles based on 1, 2s, and 3s. So my next piece that I'm going to cut is, don't get ahead of myself, I have to cut this piece, and now it tells me my orientation. The stripes are going sideways. My first cut is at 4. I really can't mess that one up. All right, and I'm going, while I've got this right here, I'm going to do, I need 3 4x4s. So that is pretty easy. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and label these. This is going to be 1, 1, Y, BB, and AA. And AA is supposed to be turned on its back side. So that's how we'll leave that. Next, I'm going to cut a 2x2, or a 2-inch strip, and do 6 2x2 blocks. So that's pretty easy so far, so good, right? I used to really like the scrapbooking kits that we used to have, but I found there was too many of the same decorative elements to them, so it's like my pages kind of look the same. Where this one, because of the way they're utilizing the designer series paper, I mean, it's great. So I'm just looking, it gives you a different look, and all your pages won't look the same. So all of them except one is backwards. So we're going to do 1 C J 0 S U N D. That's that pile. Okay, then my next cut is a 2 3/4. So I'm going to go 2 3/4 and by 4. So I'm going to do 2 4s. 1 and 2. One of these is going to be flipped over, so it's 2 B and C. I should have marked which one's flipped over, but that's okay. 2 B and C. Put those in the 2 pile. Next I have 2 1/2-inch strips. So this is my extra, so I'll put that over there. And then 2 1/2-inch strips. I love how there's a ruler on this side as well for these little skinny cuts. So there's one. And you know, like, each of these strips needs to be 6.5 inches long. And yeah, if they were 6, we would have been able to divide them in half. And I'm not altering this kit right now. I'm doing it just like the directions. It's kind of like Paper Pumpkin. I don't want to have to think too much. And let me just get rid of my phone here, because, or put it on silent, because it's going to be obnoxious if people are trying to text me at the same time. Okay, so let me just throw this out in the hallway, actually. Okay, sorry. All right, and just as a reminder, if you would like to comment while you're here, which is what I love you to do, that way I know you're here, you have to be signed into your YouTube channel. And if you're watching as a guest, that's okay. But you just won't be able to comment. All right, so now I'm doing a 2x2, 3 2x2s squares. All right, and these are going to be 1E. These are, my little strips are, I got 2 of them. All right, this is, my little strip is going to be 2G and I. And then you put those in the 2 pile. And then these boxes here are going to be 1E, F, and Q. That's a 1, not an I. All right, I'll put those right there. And we are done cutting for this, the first 2 cutting layer instructions. So now I'm going to work on this one, and there's a lot of leftover pieces for this. So I only have to do 2 cuts. But I need to make sure my orientation is right. And I am cutting 3.5 to 3.5 inch long columns, I guess. 2.5 and, sorry, I said 2.5. I meant 3.5. And I cut it at 3.5, so that's good. All right, this I'm setting aside. And then one piece is 8 1/4. that's left over. And this one is 6.5. Okay, so that was a pretty easy one to cut. All right, so this one is 3E and this one's 3K. All right, moving right along, we're cruising. Okay, so now here's the piece that I cut in a different direction, which is great because I don't have to use a full sheet, so this is going to work out perfectly. So I'm going to skip down to this one and cut this one, and it looks like the orientation is supposed to go like that, but we're going to do what I have. So I'm going to do my cut orientation, yeah, is on this 3.5 and another 3.5. Are you getting scared away, Cindy? I might be getting scared away. All right, and 8.5 on one of them, and 11 on the other. All right. Okay, so this is going to be and these are the backs, so I need to do it this way, and hopefully that's not going to matter that my swirlies are going sideways. The print is so small I can't tell, so we are going with what we've got. All right, that's another pile. And now we'll come up to this one, and this one, see, it's really hard to tell. It looks like they're going vertical. All right, so my cut direction is this, and I need a 6 by 6, or not a 6 by 6, just 6 inches. Oh, and these are both going to be on this pattern, so that's perfect. 9 1/4. And this one's going to be 7.5. Well, I will say this, you do have to know right and left and up and down to read the directions. And maybe left and right. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, and 3 layouts done on this one. So now it says to cut some exclusive paper, which is going to be fun. This is a little bit thicker too, so whoops, that's because I have 2 sheets. All right, and my orientation, it doesn't matter. So this is going to be, my first cut is at 6. You know, can I deviate? And I'm going to make my first cut at 10 1/4. Do I want to do that? Because then I have this whole nice flower border as my waist. Okay, back to the directions. Pretend I didn't do that. And now I'm going to do a 6 by 10 1/4. That's going to be 3D. 3 has a lot of big pages, big sheets. All right, and this one is 4 3/4. All right, 4 3/4. Let's put that on the right measurement. By 10 1/4. And that one's going to be 3J. All right, we're got 2 pages done. We only have 1 and 5 more cuts to do, so this will be great. Okay, so now my let me put this aside. Now it says to take the exclusive paper and make a 2-inch strip, and I'm going to make 4 2x2s. One, two, three. Who knows what commercial that's from? So I need 5 of these. I know I said probably 4, but again, you got to know how to count, peeps. All right, so this is 1 HK, it's an HK, N, P, and V. Hopefully that will all make sense when I go to put my page together. All right, this whole sheet is left over. And then it has, take your white willow cardstock. All right, so I've got 2 sheets, and I'm going to make an 11 by 11 piece. I hate to cut it, but I'm going to have to, I guess. They sell the white willow separate, as well as all of the two-tone cardstock can be purchased separately. So if you want to have all your backgrounds with the white willow, you can do that and then layer the pieces on top of it. All right, so that's going to be 1B. I don't need to label that since it's so large. And the next one's going to be 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. So I've got 2 gigantic squares of white willow. 9 1/4. All right, so we got that one done. That was this one and this one, so I've got this one left, and that's going to be the two-tone cardstock in Pool Party. And it has, the light side is on the top, so you do your little check here and you can see that this side is darker than this side. So this is up facing you, and you're going to make your first cut at 4 1/4. And that's going to be, turn it and be 6 1/4, which it's really hard to see where that is. Oh, right there. Okay. Is it on the... Yes, it's right there. Okay. We're going with it. Whoops. Okay, so this is 3L. Hey, thank you. Chris is really Clarissa. Thank you for popping on and signing in. So if you like and share my video, that also helps me. This is 3L, and then this one's going to be, this should be 4 1/4, and I need a 3 1/4. So Cindy's watching from Montana, and Chris is watching from Florida. So that's fun. Okay, and then I need this big piece is going to be 6 1/4. Oh, that dang 6 1/4. It's hard to tell, but I think it's right on the seam. All right, and this is my extra. And then I need an 8 3/8. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is 2E. Okay, and then my last one is another pool party. That is really funny because, oh, okay. I'm like going, wait a minute. Nope, I'm jumping ahead. All right, so now my first cut here is at 5 1/4. And 7 1/4. That's going to be 3F. So 3F. And then this one's going to be 2H and 1G. Sounds like we're talking in code. All right, so this is my extra. So this is nice with all the extra pieces, because then if I decide I'm going to do something a little different when I actually go to do my photos, I will have some extra little doodads. So this is 6 1/2, and it has that little piece left over, and I need a 6 1/2 inch. So that's going to be a 6 1/2 inch square, and that's my 2H. And then I need 6 1/4. 6 1/4. By 4 1/4. All right, you guys, my cutting is done. This is great. It's going so well. Now the trick's going to be putting it together. Let's see if I can follow those directions. All right, I'm just moving all my extra pieces out of the way. Those are from my cut. Those are my extra from my cut. So I still have all of this from my scrapbooking kit. And I can move this out of the way. All right, let's see what the directions say to do next. All right, so I'm preparing for both pages at the same time. And it says matte photo for the left page on 1G. 1G is, this is my bubble bath, and it's the dark side. Okay, so now I get my pile of the ones. All my ones, this whole pile, and then the large square of white. So that's going to be, it's an 11 by 11, so I should have a 1/2 inch all the way around. So I'm going to use some, and actually let me switch my tape. Because if I know I don't have to reposition, I'm going to use my little, a little bit stronger adhesive. This is like super old by Stampin' Up. The little square photo splits, or whatever they called it. All right, so that looks good. And now I'm going to just eyeball a 1/2 inch. And that looks pretty good. All right, so I've got that piece done. Then it says to mat my, I got to take all these little pieces, my little squares, and I'm just going to follow the picture. instead of worrying about what these are. So let's see here. Oh, okay, so here's how this works. This is the picture and these are the codes. So it says 1/2 inch all the way around, and then it says here's my code. So this was 1B, and now I need 1C. Let's see here. This one's H. Let's see. I'm just going to split out. This is where maybe my idea to do them stacked like this might not have worked as well. But that's okay. We'll just figure it out. So I've got that and that. And I am going to just kind of follow the picture. So these go down here, and this, and this. And I need a stripey. So this is going to be here. And there's a little tiny border between, on the side and between my squares. Okay. And then we'll take this one. So it's 5 across, so that tells me I can move some of these. Okay. Like so, and like so. I like the honeycombs going sideways, not up and down. They have them all going up and down. I don't really like that, so I'm going to go sideways. Oh, I think that's my camera on my autofocus, Chris. Sorry, because I'm moving all around, so it's probably making it do that. I'll try to be a little bit better about that. Okay, and then my last one is here, 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 okay, and then this piece is going to go in the center. So this page will be all done. So let me go ahead and attach. And you know what? I'm going to do the center one first, just so I know. Well, I'll do my outside, then I'll do my center, and then I'll do that other one. It looks like it's 1/8 of an inch is what the directions say. So again, I'm eyeballing that. I'll just move that down. Like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna put, I'll just do these right next to each other. I'm stressing when I don't need to stress, so in between each one is 1/8 of an inch. The biggest thing is just try to get them straight. Well, that doesn't work out because, all right, my 1/8 of an inch needs to be bigger. Oh, then maybe that's all it was, is I just need to do a slightly larger 1/8 of an inch. Wonder if that means I need to do it from the top too. I'm going to leave it the way it was at the top and just space these out a little bit. Ah. Okay. Totally crooked. Okay. Oops, this one's not. I'm going to switch to this adhesive just in case I do have to lift it. I can do it a little easier with this one. Okay. They're not exactly even, but that's okay. We will be here all night if I'm trying to make them even. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my adhesive on, but not press them down until I'm ready. So this one's going to be 1/8, like so, and then this one, and I'm not going to press this one down yet, and this one. There, did a little better on that one. It's weird that it says to do an 1/8 of an inch, but there's no way that's right, unless I miscut my white. That's always a possibility that I did that. So I'm just going to make a little adjustment on these top ones before the adhesive sticks forever. I like this checkerboard though. That one looks okay, and then this one. I just need to bring it down a little. There. So 2 sides are done, and then we'll go ahead and do these. Get that one, that and that. Oh, darn it. All right, let me switch this one. I meant to flip that over. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to do like so, like so. Oh yeah, there you go. Easy, huh? All right, now this one I started putting tape on, so let's figure these out. That one, and this one, and this one. So the green goes there, and this, nope, over here, and then my flower. Move this one down a little. So I went to a yard sale this weekend, and a woman had these old snail refills. So I got like 7 of them for $1. So, and I know in humid climates that isn't the best adhesive, but I mean, we have humid days, but I wouldn't say New Hampshire is really a humid climate. And they're going to be in page protectors, so I'm feeling all right about that. All right. This one's lifting. It's bugging me. Oh, this looks so fun. All right, so then I have my photo mount. And I didn't really mean to put that much tape on, but it doesn't matter because even if I put more photos than this, I could do like a shape or something different. All right, so then this is page 1, and then it has the stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put my stickers on just yet. I mean, the bees, I can do the bee maybe, because I'll just put that one like more here. So let me tuck under there, but better together. I don't know if I'm going to do that, and I might add a photo on this instead. Well, I can go ahead and put that down like that, and then if I decide I want to put another photo somewhere else, then I will, like so. Okay, and then the last thing, better together, may or may not make that page. So yay, 1/2 of one layout is done. I can't believe it. All right, where's my bubble bath for number 2? And this one is the dark, again, matches. And then I'm going to use my second piece of white, and I'm going to center that, and it looks like it's 1 3/8. I mean, I'm not measuring it. I am going to eyeball. Okay, so now it looks like top to bottom, yep, side to side, looks good. And let's put my sticker sheet underneath. I don't need it right there. Actually, do I need any of this here? Okay, I need these are the rest of my my Y's. So again, I'm just going to follow my directions, or follow the picture, and do that. So something like that. That looks good, because then you can just take some small square ones and mount them right up. So it says to leave a 1/2 inch, and a 1/2 inch from the bottom and side, and a 1/4 inch in the middle pieces. So let's see what that looks like. There we go. I think I got it. I didn't press anything down yet. I'm scared. I'm really scared. All right, and then I'm going to a 1/4 inch between them and a 1/2 inch all around, and yippee, man, this page came right together. So this is how I used to also scrapbook, is make my pages, and then I kind of made the pages knowing I had pictures. And since these are generic layouts, you know, it's summer colors, this will be fun. Now I get to use this fun piece right here. And I just realized, look at this, on the back they have numbers on the ones you're supposed to use and what layout. So number 1, the first layout, gets 2 of these punched out. And then I get a bee that's carrying a heart, and a smiley bee that's going this way. So again, I'm going to just push them out to take up some of this pink spacing, because there's a lot of pink going on. So this one is going to be right there. It's touching my stripe. This one's touching my purple there. The bee carrying the heart. Kind of love these stickers, man. They just peel off and you're good to go. And then I'm going to just see how I'm bringing those out. So I'm not really going to interfere with my photo mat, but I'm also using some of this space out here. And then this one. And that is going to go like up here. All right, look at this, guys. I have my first 2-page spread done, ready for pictures. And what I'll do is I'll put these in a page protector, and that way they're ready to go. So I'm thinking of my Craft Your Stash series, I might make a Scrap Your Stash series and then be on a different night and be a scrapbooking series and just be putting together my kits and photos and stuff like that. So that would be kind of neat. All right, so this is number 2. This is going to be the left side, it says, and here are all my number 2 pieces that I had cut. So it looks like I need this one. Let me move them over here. I need this one. This one. Oops, I'm going to make a square, but over here. And this one. Okay. That's kind of a busy page. I'm not sure that I really like that. I might, hold on 1 minute, I'm just going to grab a piece of white willow. And I'm going to frame out that, let's see, I have a scrap. Nope. I'm just going to frame out this mat a little bit to break up the yellow from the pink and purple. All right, so let's see, what does this measure? This measures, okay, so, let me see what those pieces were cut. So it was 4 3/4 and 2 3/4. So 4 3/4 and 2 3/4 makes 8 1/2. So let's do a 9 by, let's do a 9 by, this one here was 8. Okay, and then, so if I did 9 by 9, that should be all right. And it's just paper, so if it messes up, it'll be fine. Okay, so that's 1, 9 by 9. Well, I must be feeling kind of confident that I can go and make something a little different than the directions. Maybe I'm getting a little cocky out there, huh? All right, let's see here. But that is kind of busy with that yellow. So, looks like, I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, so I need to cut from, because I can't add in my head, I guess. I need to cut about 3/4 of an inch. And we'll see what that looks like, because these are going to get butted up. This one goes on this side. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. And then I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off of this side. All right, I like it. So I'm going to have this like so, and I'm not putting it in the center, I'm off centering it, but I do want to have this equal this. Well, not really. They have it off centered too. Okay, we're just winging it now, because we are so confident on what we're doing. We are just going to totally go renegade. Okay. And then I have that and that. And I'm going to just not push anything down. That tape is probably super loud on the video, but no louder. I can hear my computer fan going, and to me, I can hear it. I hope you guys can't hear it. And if you can hear it, I hope it's not bothersome. All right, so this is good. That came out good. And then I have 2E. Oh, this big one. Okay. Is going to go kind of like that. Oh, I like that. So, we'll go ahead and mount that. I'm not putting a super amount of tape on there yet until I get my photos. So I am going to go ahead and do it just like that. And then I need my green heart for my stickers. 2 green hearts right here. And one's going to go there, and one is going to come over here. So that's cute. We'll go ahead and tack those down. I might put it up here though. Maybe I'll put it like that. Okay. Yay. Oh, good. Thanks for letting me know, Chris, that you cannot hear my fan, which is awesome. All right, this is the left page of my 2-page spread, and this is going to be the right side. So this is, let's see here. Oh, this is going to be my two of these. Let me just get some of this stuff out of the way. I don't need all these little pieces of paper. All right, so this is going to go like that, and I might do the same thing and back this up with white. So, but this time, let me get a ruler and see how big this is. Because maybe I only want the white, a skinny white. Maybe I shouldn't do the white because that adds a layer. All right, let's see. If this side has the white, this side is not going to have the white, but that's okay because it's got other trim. It's actually going to end up being about the same size. They were probably supposed to be the same size, and then I wrecked it by going renegade. All right, let me just see what this measures. So this one measures 8 1/4. This measures 7 3/4. So if I just do another 8 1/4 piece, 8 1/4 by 8 3/4. No wonder it's not even square, guys. This is 8 1/4, and that's 8 1/4 by 8 3/4. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead with another piece of white. What do they say in my card class? It's my card. So this is going to be my scrapbook page. And actually, this piece here might work because I don't need too much. I just want a little bit. And I might not even keep that. Okay, so if I did something like that, something like that, okay? Oh, offset a piece of white. Yeah. So if I did this, see, I like that. Where'd my other piece go? My other piece. Is it underneath? Yep. Okay, so this is going to go like this. And I just want to break this up. So I just want a little edge. So if I do that, I want 11 1/4. We're winging it. And then when I go to add my photos, I can break it up more or less. Okay, so, and that will kind of make, so if I do something like, so my page is going to go like this. So instead of worrying about lining those all up, if I think what Cindy's saying is go purposely off center. Then, or I don't know if I can do it. All right, so if I did that and that, and I went through all that trouble of trying to get it a little close. So I'm going to do it like that. All right, so let me get some adhesive going here. So that's one piece. Maybe I want the dark. Well, that side has light. Gotta do it, right? Okay, so that one's gonna go right about there. That's gonna go like that, and this one's gonna go like this. Alrighty. I like it. I like it. All right, so then this is going to get taped down, and then there's a couple stickers. Let me just refill my tape really quickly. Boy, I miss this kind of tape. I loved it. The seal does hold a little better, I believe, but it's just so persnickety. Gosh, I just want it to roll when I want it to roll, you know? I don't want to have to battle with it. Okay, here's my sticker, and it says I have to cut my sticker, but it doesn't give me a measurement. Oh, well, that's kind of a dumb thing to say because it's this wide. So 4 inches. Okay, let's see. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just do it like this. All right, just like that. And let me grab a pair of snips. Like so. Oh, see? I can't even cut straight. Oh well. Oh well. Once the pictures are on, that's all people look at anyways. They don't look at all the corners. And if they are, they're not going to look at any more of my books because I'm not going to let them. They're going to be picky like that. There. And then I'll put this little piece back on the sheet. So this side is a little big, this side's a little crooked. That sticker is not going anywhere. All right, so here is my layout number 2. Oh, jeez, never put that down. Okay, and let's see here, we'll put that kind of, my page goes like that, and we're going to eyeball my white, and go side to side a little bit, like so. All right, so that's what my page number 2 looks like, and it's going to have, or layout number 2, it's going to have a big title on this side, and then, I don't know, it doesn't have any doodads or anything on this page, but, because they do 4 pictures, and then a journaling, but I'll probably do picture, 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 picture. I'll do something with a lot of pictures. So, and you know what? I could always reverse my pages and put my title over here and then break this up. So I could do 4 pictures, another picture, and 2 big pictures. So we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so far so good. You guys falling asleep? I hope not. I hope I'm inspiring you to try some scrapbooking. And you know, so here's the thing. You don't have to have little kids to scrapbook. You can just scrapbook about yourself and some adventures that you've taken. And, you know, some fun things you've done. I mean, I know, Chris, you do 5K races. So that would be a good thing to scrapbook with your pictures, because you always have the pictures. So you don't have to scrapbook little kids. And, you know, like scrapbook my garden, you know, something like that, because I love gardening so much. All right, so that kind of thing. And then you can, you just, and what I used to do is I used to do a page, I mean 1 album for every year. And I'm not going to do that anymore, because I'm going to do, my good friend Cindy said, do 5 years. And I like that idea. I don't know if I can do 5 years or if I'll just do 3. We'll see how many pictures I have. I think, but I know I don't want to keep them on my phone. If something happens to my phone, I've lost my photos, and I don't want that to happen. All right, so I am looking for my 3C and 3E. Here's 3E. That goes like that. Oh, I already put that piece down. Ding dong, ding dong. All right, so these kind of layer. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm missing. I'm missing one of these big ones. 3B. Okay. Ooh, this, I like the layout of this one. Yes. Yes, I like that too. Chris says, or you can scrapbook a wish book. That's a great idea. And like my parents just had their anniversary, so they wanted to put their cards in a photo book, so you could even scrapbook the cards as a photo book. Because I'll show you, I've got my photo album here, and I'm going to show you one of my tricks that I do with my photo album. I really like how they did this. So they just are kind of like weaving the paper. I really like that. Okay, so let me just start taping. Get her done. And it says this is about 1 3/4 inches. So, okay. That looks like, okay, so that's like 1 3/4 inches. Like so. And then my pink piece comes on, and that says I need 3/4 at the top or, oh, 3/4 at the top. So I'm going to do that. Bye, Cindy. Give her a shot and let me know how you do with your kit. Then this piece goes on top. I like this. I really like this one a lot. So this is going to go about like so. And then the last one is this one. That's going to go right about there. I like how they broke that up with all the pretty papers and stuff. All right, so this one calls for the big photo right there. I know I'm going to want to put a couple photos. Well, at least another one, maybe another 2 right there. And then the Be Happy. I think I'm going to stick the Be Happy down though, because it's at the top of the page. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to just put it like up a little higher than what they have it in their design to leave room for another set of photos right there. I'm just lightly tacking my photo thing down, and I'll be like that. So, and one bee carrying a flower. How fun is that? Let's see here. Kind of want it. Don't I want it up by then? My title? Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm putting it up there. And the only reason is I'm not going to put a picture up in that corner, but I might bring my pictures up, and I don't want to have I don't want to have the bee in the way. So that's that page. Oh, and they had a couple other doodads. Hold on. I gotta find my doodads. They have a skinny strip, which oh, you know what? It's the sticker. Okay. So a sticker that is, you know what? I'm not going to put that sticker on, or the flower doodad. It's right here. This sticker and this flower are both, this strip here and this flower right here, you can see it better. This strip and this flower are stickers. So I'm going to wait to see if I want to put my another photos down here, because I already moved the bee up. So I'm going to just wait on that one. Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, this is so fun. All right. Oh, and you know, here's another thing you can do with a scrapbooking page is if you do a 6x6 book, you can make a recipe book out of it. And I've done that before too. So let's see here. This is the dark side. So we're doing like that. And then here's the rest of my pieces. And it's kind of the same thing. Are they the same 1 3/4? Oh boy, I gotta line these up. All right, well that's not so hard. We'll just put it like that, okay? And it goes against the edge, so that's easy. There, like so. And then I'm going to take my piece here. This one goes under. Oh, this is nice. It's just going to line up perfectly. It's nice, even though it's a little matchy-matchy. It's not too bad. And honestly, like, if you want to get your albums done, you gotta like just not stress about stuff like that. All right, let's see where I put this one. It's going to be about there and about there and about there. Let's see. A little higher. Oh, looking good. And then I already got my adhesive on this piece, and I just need to slap that on. Oh, fun. So, and that's the same thing with these, with the flowers and bees. I think I'm going to wait on those. But let me show you how to do the photo thing. So here's my third layout. Did I miss a? No, I didn't. This one has, oh yes I did. I missed something. Hold on. Okay, so we'll do like that. And I have extra pool party, so if I want to add more photos, I can. Or I might just like go right down the side with some photos and then mix them up. We'll see. We shall see. These weren't quite next to each other, so I think I got this one too low. Oh. So if you take your paper and you twist it, the adhesive will release, versus trying to peel it back wrinkles your paper, something fierce. So yeah, like that. And the same thing with the sticker. They have a sticker coming out. So let me get my photo pieces and we will lay these out and see what they look like. All right, so here's my layout number 1, or 3, 2, and 1. So let's find my little sheets. So this one's going to go here. So this is where I'm just going to tack down. What I like about these photos is it has the size of your photo right there. And then this, I have the hexagon dies, so I can die cut more of that if I want. And since that's the sticker, that's staying there whether I like it or not. Okay, and then these were 3x3 pictures. That's nice. You know what I'm thinking for these 3 layouts is all the little grandnieces and nephews when we got together. It's like definitely like screaming kids and summer, and between the weddings and our party last summer, that might be what I do. Or Heidi's party, maybe I'll do, because then I can say cute as can be. All right, there's my layout. Now I've got my pages. This is page number 1. Hey Stephanie, thanks for popping on. That's layout number 1, and then layout number 2 has 2 4x6 pictures here. And I'm just lightly tacking them because I might use those as photo mounts, or I might not. So there's that. And then the second one has a big photo. Oh no, it doesn't. It has 4 the 3x3s again. Like so. And I will probably add one there. I'm not a big journaler. I don't like, never liked having a diary. And so my journaling is so simple. It's who's in the picture, where was it taken, and what's the date. That's it. Because people that are going to look at these books are most likely, well, I don't know. They're not going to take the time to read all my journaling, that's for sure, if I were to write a long story. But the tip to the journaling is do it on the computer and print it out on your white. All right, so that is layout number 2. And I didn't put any titles on, Stephanie, just in case you're wondering why. I did this one because I might put more pool party blocks here to add some more pictures. And then I moved the B in the directions that has the B down here. But if I do add the photos, that would have been in the way. So I just put the B up there. And then I might add more down here. Who knows? But let's put this on. This is a 5x7. Oops, I don't want too much tape. Not too much tape. And then I've got these two. And then I'm going to put these in a sleeve protector to, you know, keep them together until I add the photos. And then that sleeve protector is going in my album. So that's layout number 3. And then there's bees and flowers all around on this side. I just want to wait to see if I'm going to add any more photos or not. So, isn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. And then you're going to have some extra, you're going to have almost a whole sheet of this. I have 3 more hearts to, or these are the flowers. And then you can take this, like I was saying, cut it in vertical strips and mix up your hearts, and that could be a side border. You can put it on cards or whatever. And then I still had 1 more sheet of white willow. Maybe that's because I took one out of my box. And then I have the stickers I have to put on yet, but then I have all this extra stuff. These are all leftovers, so I have plenty of pool party to add more photo blocks. I've got some white for the journaling, some nice pieces of this paper, and there's even more. So I have all this scrap. These skinny ones I think I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to keep that skinny one. Actually, I'm going to keep this skinny one too, because I could put them together like that on an edge. So that is really awesome. And you know what? I'm going to put my scraps over with my stickers so my pages go in the page protectors. Yes. And I had, oh yeah, those are from the other thing. So that is the meant to be scrapbooking kit. Let me just show you Chris says that she likes the bees and the floral paper. And Chris knows I am terrified of bees. Absolutely. If you want to kill me, you just lock me in a room with 1 bee. I went over to my parents' house yesterday, and they've got so many bees and wasps, and they like to make nests in their eaves. And I'm like, there's one, there's one, there's one. I told my dad, I said, if you want to know where any bees are, you just call me over, I'll tell you, because I can spot them. They just, anyways, this scrapbooking kit, there's also a bundle that goes with it. And the neat thing about that bundle is, hold on, let me get it. Let me get it. Okay, there's a couple things I love about this bundle, but I love these hexagons, and each die cuts the inside and the frame. So if you cut a bunch of different colors, you can mix and match. And then they have the words Our Hive, so that's fun. A whole bunch of flowers, so you can just cut on different color papers. And 2 sizes of bees, and the bee punch makes a third bee. So, and then these 2 are my favorite dies, and I'll tell you why. You just do them on black paper. I can't be bothered with this and then trying to line it up. So, and on my other stamp set, I lost my little antenna anyways. So I might put this antenna in over there and use these for my dies. It doesn't matter. But, so I just wanted to tell you about that. There's a starter kit special until the end of May, which is 2 days away. And you get $165 for only $99. So that's $66 more than normal. And you know what? We have a lot of fun. My sideline team is quite large, and we are doing mystery stamping. We go to the events together. We have swaps. It's so fun. And then with my team, I take them along with me wherever I encourage them to do the swaps. I'm encouraging them to do the mystery stamping. You know, I hope they can go to some of the events at some point. So that will be really fun. And then we have this virtual album retreat. So this is a 3-day virtual event from July 16th, 17th, and 18th. And the whole album retreat makes 12 2-page spreads, 1 for each month. So the idea is to do a year's worth of scrapbooking at one setting. So I will not put on my months because I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'll have those available. Maybe I'll use them, maybe I won't. But they're available. And what they're going to do is call it Project 1, Project 2. So they have some, there's a flyer here, and they have some examples. This is a bigger picture of some of the layouts. That one, I like that, how they did the stripes across the 2 pages. And this is using like the party banners, but they have die cut everything for you. Every single piece of paper is cut for these projects. Like you saw me cutting my kit. If you buy the scrapbooking kits, you just have to cut yours down as the directions call for. This is going to be already pre-cut for you. Everything is pre-cut. So that makes the price really worth it. And here's some other examples of the pages we're going to make. So I love this one. And then it has the circles, and then you folded down the circles and put a little a little something in the pocket. That's neat. And this one, see, they have a lot of photos on it. So I like that a lot. I'm excited about that. And this is a picture of how the kit's going to come. And there's 4 exclusive stamp sets that are included. You get some of these flip flaps, which what you're going to do is you've got your page protector, and you're going to X-Acto knife X-Acto knife the square out that fits the size of the flip flap. Attach the flip flap so then you can put your it makes an extra doorway. So you've got a photo, the back side is a photo, and then underneath would be a photo. So 3 photos for the price of 1. So we're going to have twine, we have embellishments, all the page protectors are included. These are 2 sheets of, I call them doodads, that you can stamp your words on or shapes on or whatever you want to stamp. And then there's stickers, and then they are going to bag them up, each project in one bag. So see how all the little pieces are cut in there? That's what they're going to do for us. So this, even though it's a 3-day event, you can get a lot done. I mean, I might even be able to slap some photos down on that. That would be ideal. So that's going to come up, but it's on sale now. The album retreat kit, here's the code number there, you can't see it, but 167338, and the cost of it is $250. Now, before you fall off your chair, that will earn you $25 in Stampin' Rewards to use on a future purchase, like maybe an album, and it includes the 12 2-page layouts. So 24 scrapbooking layouts is what we're making. And everything is cut for you. And you get 4 exclusive stamp sets, some embellishments and stuff. And I can tell you from doing card kits and doing classes, all that cutting is time, that you don't have to spend. If I were to sit down and do this kind of a layout and cut, I'd have to look up each measurement, figure it out, and do all that to follow like what I just did in this kit. So it was an hour and a half, well, a little less, like an hour and 15 minutes to do the 3-page layouts. So, and that's with me cutting and following the directions. So this is all going to be on Facebook, in a private Facebook group. They're going to do each project step by step, take a break, do each project step by step, take a break. And it's over the 3 days. So it's 8 hours each day. So for me, 2 o'clock to 10:30 Mountain Time is 4 o'clock to 12:30. That's not happening. But what I'm going to probably do is start at 4 and go till 9, and then pick it back up in the morning on the 17th. And if I have enough people interested, I'm going to do it as an open house style on the Saturday and go like 9 to 6, something like that, or 9 to 5. And we'll catch up with what was shown on Friday, because the Saturday stuff doesn't start until 4 o'clock. So that's why I was thinking 9 to 6. And yeah, I'm still going to work that out. But that's about it. Don't forget the starter kit special. And please give me a like and a thumbs up. And here I got to show you a couple cards using this Meant to Be. And it doesn't matter whether it's the kit paper with my extra scraps. I could make this card with all my extra scraps. And here's an example of the hexagon frame. The purple is a different color than the white, but it was cut with the same size die. So, and again, just using the leftover pieces, I would have enough to do several cards. So this one was made by Marissa. This one was made by me. So that's it for tonight. Oh, let me come back to you. So I hope you enjoyed this kit presentation. And so I think what I'm going to do is I keep my crafter stash for cards and maybe 3D items, but I think I'm going to do a second night a week and have scrap your stash. And then sometimes I'll be putting pictures on, and sometimes I'll just put the kits together. And that way, if you're a scrapper, you can come and do it along with me, whether you're just working on your own scrapbooks and just kind of watching and listening to me ramble on, or if you want to do the kits together. So I look for those, and I got to just figure out a night, carve out some time. and I can make it happen. So that's it for tonight. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And it's finally warmed up here in New Hampshire. We had a week and a half of really cold weather, rainy weather, dreary weather, and it's warmed up enough that I could get some flowers planted, and my vegetable garden is about half planted. And tomorrow morning I'm teleworking, so I'm gonna get up early and go out before my day at work starts, since I don't have to get dressed up and drive in. That saves me, hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes, and I can spend that time in my garden. So that's what I'll be working on this weekend. So you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for coming on, and I will see you again next week.